Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing a reading for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements from the time period of February 17th to February 24th, 2021. And before we get started, I'm just going to give you a little disclaimer. This is my first time posting readings on YouTube. I've been doing this for 7 or so years, and so the video and audio quality may be a little off, but I will get better with time. I feel like I already have been as I've been progressing with these videos, but we'll see, I guess. And the backdrop is also not amazing because I am a tarot reader and not a painter. But this is the best I could do with what I have, and yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it for you guys. So the first card I picked for you is your theme for this week, which is big picture thinking, which is Pleiades energy. I'm sorry if I say that word wrong. I am not good at speaking during this Mercury retrograde time, so bear with me on that. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. And I really like this card. It's one of my favorites in this deck. And then the energy to keep this week, or to try and portray to others this week, is the butterfly, which is be ready to transform with wisdom. Another card I really, really like. And then the advice that Spirit has for you guys for the rest of the week is you're very close to achieving your goal, which is the gibbous moon. And let's talk about it. So, with the big picture thinking, I think you guys, alright, you guys have this idea that you're working on, or you have this project that you're trying to complete, right? Or some type of life goal in some way or another. And I feel like you have fine-tuned every aspect or detail involving this matter at this point, because you have looked very closely into this and really spent a lot of time on it. And this is Spirit's point in the direction of maybe now it's time to, instead of nitpicking and looking at everything in depth, let's zoom out and see what it looks like from a big picture perspective, from other people's point of view. Maybe look at it in a way that is a little bit different than the way you're used to, because there's going to be something big happening for you guys very shortly. I can feel it with the butterfly, and you're very close to achieving your goal. To me, that just means that you're going through a very big period of transformation right now, whether it be physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever it is. I feel like you can sense it happening, and I feel like you can sense that there's something close to be achieved for you. And now, I feel like everything is perfect for you guys in this project or thing that you've been working on. But now is the time to really look at it from the outside looking in, or from a different perspective, in order to fully get a clear sense of what you're dealing with and maybe what's to come next for you guys. I hope that provided some type of insight, because it was I feel like this is like a very big sign that Virgo's life is changing for the better, and that she will be a whole new person as a result of this. So, yeah. Now we're going to get into the Celtic cross spread for you guys for this week. And this is just a general spread. It could involve anything. I'm not really asking for anything specific, but we'll see what pops up and we will talk about it. And that's way too many cards. I'm sorry. This one wants to come out though. So we have the Nine of Swords. Crossed by the Tower, or life experience in this deck. Alright. Also, I can't put the cards straight on this. I've tried so many times, and I continue to mess it up, so sorry about that. And what's going on in the subconscious for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements during this week. What may have led them to this subconsciously? We have the Three of Wands. Okay. Now, what may have happened in the recent past that led Virgo to this situation? We got two cards, and I'm going to pull them both. We have Unity, which is the Hierophant. Oops. In this deck. Also, sorry about this deck being kind of beat up and worn out. I've had this for years, and it's one of my favorites and most trustworthy decks, so I will continue to use it. Sorry about the presentation of it, but, you know, it is what it is. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse as well for your guys' past. And sorry about the glare as well. We are working on lighting. Now, what is going on? What is the energy that Virgo is presenting to the public at this moment, or their conscious hopes, fears, and dreams of the situation? We have the Six of Cups in reverse. And what is the most likely outcome to happen for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements in the near future in this situation with the current energy? Okay. We have the Seven. Here, I want to see if this goes reverse or upright. So the Seven of Swords upright. Okay. So Virgos, are you guys struggling a little bit at this moment? If you're not, I have a feeling that there is a very pivotal moment coming for you very shortly. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, this may be something that hopefully it might be a negative outcome that you were anticipating regarding a situation. Now, don't take this too negatively, because I don't see it being as traumatic as you maybe think it will be. I feel like this situation is keeping you up at night or making you very anxious, and it's giving you some type of lack of passion or direction in your life at this moment. You could be at a serious crossroads with your current predicament and a past predicament, and I feel like that may be part of the reason that you guys are a little bit upset or nervous at the moment. We're gonna get a couple cards for the Three of Wands in the subconscious. Okay, we have the Hangman reverse, and one more. And the High Priestess in the reverse as well. Okay, so there could have been a long-term plan that you had for your future that you may feel is not as promising as it once was, and you may be seeing a different outcome take place than you were originally expecting, which is kind of interesting. We're going to get unity. We're going to get a couple cards for unity in the King of Cups reverse. I have a feeling. We'll see, though. So we have the Two of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. And we have the Page of Wands in reverse again. Well, not again, but another reverse court fire card. Okay, so on that aspect, I feel like there was a choice that you had to make, I feel like, between a person and a group, a set of values, or maybe a place of employment, or something very important to you as well. It could have been like your family or like your soul family. I feel like there was either a choice you had to make between the two of them, and I feel like it was like an ultimatum choice. Maybe one of the people said that you had to drop the other in order to continue on with the other person, or whatever that is, and that may be causing you a dilemma in your current life and making you very anxious. Or there could be a current predicament in your friend group just itself, where somebody is kind of showing a lack of emotion and caring that they once did. And I think that with this lack of emotion and passion and caring, and maybe some truth was brought to light to you, and this is causing you a lot of anxiety in your present, I think. And I think that you still have a lot of hope for the future, but right now you're not really feeling like yourself, or feeling like you can really make an accurate or good decision involving this situation. We're going to get the Six of Cups reverse, and why this is here. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. One second, sorry. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I have, this could also have to do with a major loss of finances or extreme money issue maybe in your department. I can see that there's something serious going on right now, and I feel like it's a pivotal moment in your life, and I feel like it's scaring you a lot more than it actually is worth being scared about. I feel like this is just a setup for the next stage for you, and I feel like this is Spirit's way of like really making you realize what's important to you right now and what isn't. And if there isn't anything super drastic going on in your life right now, maybe there's somebody very close to you or somebody from your past that comes to you with a problem that you may feel obliged to help them deal with because you have maybe had experience in this before. And I feel like you're using this past experience and maybe enlightening them in a way that they didn't know they need to be enlightened in. And maybe this will teach you a lesson in your own life as well. But this can be read two different ways. This is a very interesting spread. But the Seven of Swords in the future, though, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, we're going to grab one more card for that before I talk about it. And we have the Lovers. Okay, guys, so there may be a romantic prospect in your life that's making you feel this way, or somebody you're dating or used to date or are in a relationship with, and maybe you need to start like looking at this relationship and making sure that it's not draining you more than it's helping you. That's some type of warning I'm getting as well, because I have a feeling that maybe you're feeling so anxious because of this person that doesn't show you enough like compassion and is very kind of sneaky and doesn't really like express their feelings to you in a way that makes you like feel appreciated. And the way the Lovers came out is probably like trying to point at like a certain specific relationship in your life. And if it's not romantic, it could be a friend, family member, coworker, or somebody that's a part of the like close group. Your like close friend group, sorry. So yeah, that's very interesting. I'm going to pull one more card just for overall advice for this spread for you guys. Maybe two or three, we'll see how many feels right. Advice on this situation, I did get Justice, which is the Libra card, or the card of things being fair, balanced, and like everything is just and right. So this may be like a karmic situation or something that had to come with into balance or eventually happen in order for the slate to be cleared. This could be like Spirit's way of making things right in the world. Like maybe you really are not supposed to be putting your time and effort and energy into this experience, and Spirit's really trying to like not purposely make things go wrong for you so that you quit, but it's kind of like Spirit wants you to learn the lesson that you keep avoiding learning. There may be a death that you're postponing, like a death of a cycle or a death of a relationship in general. And I have a feeling that it's going to be brought to light sometime within this week or the next week. I feel like it'll be very soon that you guys will kind of really start thinking about where you're at, who you're with, and if it's really what you want or not. Because you might be starting to see tendencies from this person in the near future that you're really not going to like. But this also, you know, this does not have to apply to somebody that you're like in love with or in a romantic relationship with if it doesn't apply. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It doesn't always have to resonate for everybody, because like this is a general reading for many different sign, like, or many different Virgo placements. So maybe this wasn't the specific thing you were supposed to see. So, you know, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and we keep it moving. All right, so now we're going to get into your guys' romance love spread for the rest of this week, and we are going to see what happens. It is a he said, she said spread that I do in my own format. First, we're going to pick two cards out of the Archangel Animal deck. One will represent you, one will represent the person that you're asking about romantically. Okay, so I got the Parrot, which is listen intently to understand, for one of you. And you get to pick which resonates the most with you. I can't decide that for you. This is just a general love reading for the next week. So again, take what resonates and what applies to you. Oof. And then we have the snake, which is live according to your divine essence. Okay, so now we're going to pick 3 cards for the top row. And the top row symbolizes what's going on in your guys' lives right now in general. It could be romantic, it could not be, we don't know, just depends. Just to get a better feel of where you both are in this relationship currently. Okay, so for the parrot, I have the 10 of Pentacles reverse. Or, I showed it upright, but it was reverse, sorry. We have the Mother of Pentacles for the parrot. So the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Chariot for the parrot. And then we are going to pull a card for the middle, which symbolizes the direct action or lack thereof of the action that they're taking or giving to the snake. The snake will be able to see this conscious effort. The parrot may not, or they may not be able to see this. The snake might not, but they will be able to see this card that the parrot is portraying to them, which is the World reverse. Sorry I cannot speak, you guys. Like, this retrograde is really messing with me. But yeah, okay, so let's get into it really quickly. So, for the parrot, I feel like they really are trying to get to a point of financial security and stability within themselves and their own life. And I feel like it's coming very quickly for them, to be honest. And I feel like they're really being their nurturing, kind selves, or they have a very strong influence of somebody nurturing and kind in their life. And somebody also very progressive. If that is not them, there's somebody influencing them that is that way. And I believe with the World reverse and the way they're approaching the snake, there's some type of resolution that hasn't been brought to light yet, or something that hasn't been like completed between the parrot and the snake. And I'm going to get the snake side of things very quickly before we continue to talk about it. So the snake got the Lovers. They also got the Hermit, which is your card, Virgo. And the Father of Swords reverse, or the King of Swords reverse. And we're going to get 1 card for the energy the snake is presenting to the parrot at this current moment. You got the Wheel of Fortune reversed as well. Okay, so I feel like between the snake and the parrot, there is some type of romantic connection for sure. There's a possibility for prosperity and growth in this connection, but I feel like the snake is doing a lot of deep digging when it comes to how they feel about the parrot. And I feel like the way the parrot is presenting the World reverse and the snake is presenting the Wheel of Fortune reverse, I feel like both of them know there is some unresolved business between the two of them. And I feel like it's something that's weighing very heavily on both of them. But while they're both being very progressive in the way that they're like trying to figure this out for themselves, I feel like the snake is doing a lot of introspection while the parrot is doing a lot of like self-care and things to motivate them in their current path in order to obtain this 10 of Pentacles that they're very close to obtaining but may not have the exact resources to go about quite yet. And I feel like the snake is trying to reach some type of, how do I explain this? Not mental clarity, but like being able to communicate clearly and like kindly to the parrot. I feel like they may be struggling with that. They may be very like I'm trying to figure out how to say this, like curt with their words and very maybe sharp, and like maybe they don't like sound very kind when they're speaking, and maybe they're working on that in general. And maybe there's some, I strongly feel that there is some unresolved, most likely karmic or like like very close divine connection relationship that is not resolved between the two of you. If you're not talking at this moment, I feel like there is a very mutual need or desire to like figure something out, like something unresolved between the two of you. But with the Lovers over here, the Hermit and the Father of Swords reverse, the Snake, I feel like really needs to figure out how to express themselves in a way that's true to themselves, because I know they really feel deeply for the Parrot, but there's something that's stopping them or some type of block. I'm very interested in seeing what the challenges for this relationship are, which is what the next row of the spread is. I'll pull 3 cards for each person to see what challenges they're having currently in the relationship, and the 2 middle cards will be how they're presenting them to each other. Okay, so we're going to get 3 cards for the Parrot. We got the Page of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. One more card for the Parrot. We got the Page of Candles, so the Page of Wands in this deck. Okay, and now we're going to pick how the Parrot is communicating these issues to the Snake. We have the 9 of Presents, I believe. I have to count the Roman numerals because I'm bad at that too. Just kidding. This is the 8 of Presents. So the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. A lot of the Presents cards look the same, and I'm still not super used to this deck yet, so bear with me. Okay. I kind of feel bad about that, but okay. So with the Parrot, the way that they feel right now, or the conflict or challenge they have in this relationship, is I feel like they're still going through a lot of important life lessons about listening to their intuition and acting on it. I feel like the Parrot is in a very good spot in their life right now when it comes to knowing exactly what they want, but I feel like they're really determined to work on something, or they're working on these problems when it comes to the Snake. I think they're trying to present this in the way, like in a way that is cooperative with however the Snake is coming at them. If the Snake is coming at the Parrot negatively, I feel like the Parrot is still trying to like make things work, because they are determined to find a solution to this problem, or find a solution to like this relationship in general, or they're very curious about what this relationship means to them in general. I feel like there's a lot of messages being given to the Parrot. For their message here is listen intently to understand. I feel like they're being told a lot via their intuition, and I feel like their biggest struggle is accepting the messages given to them and that it is good news. Honestly. I feel like maybe they're not in the best spot within their life financially, and maybe that gives them some doubts, or is making them really want to like figure something out with the other person just in general. Maybe. You know, finances probably have nothing to do with it in general, but just like material security or stability in a way. But I feel like the Parrot is in a very like, you guys are both in very transformative times right now, definitely. The Parrot is like learning from like, they're learning good lessons right now that are going to help them in the relationship with the Snake, I truly feel. But I feel like they're still struggling when it comes to really like taking the signs that are given to them. And they really need to start listening to either the advice that others are giving them when it comes to the situation, or when it comes to the lessons they've learned in the past in similar situations, if there have been any. The Parrot needs to go back and relearn those lessons. But I feel like they're being very cooperative and are trying to like work on things getting better with the Snake. So now we're going to pick 3 cards for how the Snake's problem in the relationship, or the conflict they have. We have the Queen of Potions, which is the Queen of Cups in this deck. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yep, popping up again. And we have the 8 of Wands in reverse as well. Okay, and now we're going to pick the action that the snake is giving to the parrot when it comes to these challenges, if they are giving any action at all. We have the Sun. Okay. So, the way I'm seeing this for the snake is, I feel like the snake, besides the fact that they have a problem expressing their feelings, I think that that's like, I feel like they have a problem expressing their feelings with like kind emotion. I feel like they have a hard time being sensitive. They're probably extremely rational and intelligent people, but I feel like they may need to work on being like more sweet or being more intuitive in a way. But their main problem or like thing with this relationship, I truly feel, is that they really want a resolution and it's not coming fast enough. I feel like the snake has a okay, this is how I'm seeing this. The snake feels extremely deeply for the parrot. The parrot feels the same way about the snake. They both don't realize that they have extremely like weird, deep feelings for each other. And while the snake may not be like able to express how they feel, because it's probably very confusing. With the Wheel of Fortune popping up twice and next to the Eight of Wands reverse here, I feel like there's a slow progression in like a karmic or like divine connected cycle between the two of you that is really on the snake's mind, for sure. And I feel like they're still being very optimistic. I feel like you two are in a good place right now when it comes to how you're communicating and how you like try to solve your problems, which I really like to see. I feel like both of you are very mature. Or you both could just like not want to deal with petty things in relationships anymore because of the life experience you've been through. That's the type of energy I'm getting from the both of you. But when it comes to this, I feel like the snake is very like, there's something about this relationship that the snake is very like curious about. I feel like they feel very strongly for the parrot, stronger than they felt for the parrot than they felt for anybody in a long time. And this is probably confusing them, so they're thinking about it like very in depth in their own like head and brain instead of expressing this, even though there's like a mutual want to know what's going on between the two of you. I feel like the snake is like extremely curious about what this is or what this relationship means to them or why they were led here to meet this person, the parrot. And I feel like the parrot is also very like interested in the snake, and I feel like their intuition or their guides are telling them certain things about the snake in this relationship. I feel like they're positive things, and I feel like the parrot's having a hard time listening to that part of them in order to like figure out what's going on, and the snake needs to be a little bit more open emotionally and maybe a little less like logical and trying to figure everything out and rationalize everything. Maybe the snake needs to kind of let go when it comes to like the feelings or needing to know why things are happening the way they are. Maybe the snake just needs to let the wheel turn and let things happen instead of analyze where they are in this relationship with the parrot. Okay, so now we're going to get what is the most likely outcome to happen in the near future between the two of you. We're going to pull 3 cards for the parrot first. First one we got is the Ten of Pentacles upright. Love to see it. All right. 2 more cards. We got the Hangman reverse. And 1 more. We got the High Priestess upright. Okay. Love that. And now we're going to see the energy the parrot is presenting to the snake, but we're going to pull 2 cards for that, for the future. Okay. We got the 3 of Swords reverse. Very interesting. We'll pull 1 more. And we got the King of Wands. Okay. So now we're going to pull the future cards for the snake before I start reading into this future outcome, because both parties' actions will determine what happens. We have the Knight of Pentacles for the snake. We have the Magician for the snake. We have the 4 of Cups for the snake as well, and one more or two more cards, sorry, to show the future outcome or how they're presenting this. We have the Three of Wands and one more card from the snake, or for the snake to the parrot. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles as well. Interesting. So let's start with the parrot. I feel like the parrot is finally getting to a point of that that financial or material or physical security they have been anticipating. I feel like they finally get there with the Ten of Pentacles coming up upright. But I feel like they now are narrowing down other options in their life, are starting to focus on building a future with somebody else, which I feel like is the snake, I know. But the High Priestess, with their intuition, I feel like they're really starting to move past this challenge of not being able to listen to the signs given them the positive messages about this relationship. I feel like they moved past it. And with this Three of Swords reverse, I wouldn't take this as a negative thing, especially with the King of Wands. I feel like they're getting over some type of confidence issue or insecurity about a past relationship or a past trauma that may have been blocking them in order to even pursue this connection. I feel like this is a very strong connection in the first place between the two of you, and I feel like you're really releasing old patterns of bad behavior in order to even have this relationship be presented to you, which is a very fortunate connection, definitely. And from the snake's point of view, I see them pursuing this connection slowly but surely. I have a feeling that they have a very clear idea of what they want their future to look like and who they want in it, and I feel like they're being very choosy. I feel like they know that the parrot is the person they love and want to be with, and I feel like they're offering them a lot of like good potential and a lot of like security, and like that security that parrot is definitely looking for and has within themselves. The snake is also offering their side of that. I feel like the snake and the parrot have a lot to offer each other when it comes to how they're feeling. I get a very strong feeling that you two have a very like, I wouldn't say karmic relationship, I would say karmic, soulmate, or twin flame connection. Definitely the two of you have like extremely interesting energy going on between the two of you. So if you're the snake and you're confused about the way the parrot feels about you, I don't blame you. So because this is a very interesting spread, and the way you're both coming at each other when it comes to resolving something, there may have been something you guys had in the past where the true nature of this relationship was revealed to you, maybe in a like, on like, how do I say this, like from a very crazy sign. Like it may have been so shocking to you that you like didn't know how to like take this information, and like the potential that this person may have found the one or whatever, like that's crazy to even think of in the first place. But there was some type of crazy event or like just some divine timing that happened that made you really like think about this both on the same page. And it's really weighing on the snake. It's also weighing on the parrot. And I feel like you guys are going to come to a happy mutual conclusion. I don't see, like, if you guys aren't in a relationship, I don't necessarily see love being brought to the table. I know that sounds bad, but what I do see is some type of, like, proof that the snake is this exactly the type of person that the parrot wants to be with. And the parrot is the exact type of person the snake thought they were, which is, like, a good person that they want in their life. So I feel like there will be some action taken, whether it be romantic or not. I may be wrong, but I feel like there was some actual important revelation between the two of you that led up to this like reconnection in a way, or this healing of past wounds, or this mutual understanding, mutual and mature understanding between the two of you, which is actually really good to see. That's awesome. So yeah, that was actually very optimistic. Very promising, for sure. So, now, I'm going to do a intuitive 5-card spread. This is just going to be 5 cards I pull, and no specific question is being asked. It's just, it's a random message from Spirit. It could be a sign, it could be a warning, it could be like a push in the right direction, it could be a message of confirmation you've been waiting on, or something of that nature. But it's usually just a very short, direct message I'm sent from Spirit, I guess. Like, I read the cards for what I see them as, and it doesn't usually last very long because of that. Okay. 8 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Justice. And one more. We have the Four of Wands. Okay, so there's something that you guys have been a little bit concerned about, I feel like. Something that you may not be sure if you have to be worried or not about it. It may involve a legal situation. It may involve a situation at home or a prospect on what you're going to be doing in the future involving like detailed life plans, if that makes any sense. If you're nervous at all about any of these things, maybe if it's a slow progressing court case that hasn't necessarily it's been taking a long time to get over with, or if it's a matter at home, it could have been buying a house, or it could be in that type of thing, something you're very nervous or anxious about, or it could involve bills or a fair settlement if you guys are waiting on a will or something like that, or it could be a prospect of how a family member is going to react to a certain situation, or a fight maybe you had a disagreement with somebody and you're trying to come into resolution with resolution with them, sorry. So this is Spirit sign to you that everything is going to be okay in this matter, and that it will probably come to an end shortly. And I feel like it'll be a good outcome. So I would say keep the faith, and definitely ground yourself right now. And if you are being forced to make a decision between what's right and wrong, and you feel like you'll make the wrong choice, or you're not quite sure what to do, listen to your intuition and really use your core values to help you make this choice for yourself, because it will help you, I feel a lot more than you realize at this time. So, but don't be too nervous about it anymore, because things will work out in your favor. Right now, you're just kind of in the period of the unknown, which definitely sucks, and I understand that. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a short closing message for you guys to leave this reading with and to keep in mind for the rest of this week. Okay, we got the Courageous Peony, which is multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Okay, and then we have one more card. We have Luck is on your side. Okay, cool. So, you know that little path I was talking to you guys about that you're maybe not so sure if it's going to take off for you at the beginning of this reading? That maybe you have to cut some people off or totally change yourself in order to get to this point of having these options open to you. I feel like that's a lot more realistic than you realize, and I think you have all of the talents within you in order to complete this, and you don't really need to seek them out from someone else. And luck is on your side is screaming to me that the things will work out for your favor regardless if all the odds are stacked against you. I feel like things are going to work out for you in general, whether it not be in this small situation, but overall, I feel like you'll win the battle, or you'll win the war, if not the battle, when it comes to this. And the Courageous Peony is telling you you're good at many things, and that you have a lot of inspiring, unique traits about you that you need to start expressing more, because I feel like that will help you a lot in your current path and trying to get your point across. And it's okay to be a little bit weird, or it's okay to be a little bit different, especially when it comes to the things you like or you're passionate about. You don't have to do those things the same way as everyone else, and you can be bold and unique in your own format in that way, and I feel like people will really take it well. And I see a lot of prosperity for you guys in the near future, And yeah, I hope this reading resonated with you guys and that you enjoyed it. I will definitely be back with more in the future. And I'm sorry for like having you guys be last. I didn't pick the order of the readings I was going to do. I shuffled cards and this is just how it went. It won't be like this next time, I promise. I don't have anything against Virgos. I love you guys. So yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your week and that this reading comes to you at a good time and place and that it resonated with you and that you get something good out of it. So I will see you again shortly. Bye.